You all know when, you all know how, 'cause you're watching this video right now. I'm Bumpy Gaming, and I'm the best in the whole world. That's like my fourth try doing that fucking song. Anyways, yes. Your eyes do not deceive you. The title and thumbnail are true. This is a Little Mermaid video game that was published by Nintendo. Yeah, Little Mermaid 2, Pinball Frenzy. I decided to make a video on this to capitalize on the live-action remake, which as of the time of me filming this, is out in 3 days, though the video is going up the day the movie comes out. You know, just to capitalize on this shit. Anyways, press start. I've seen that image of Sebastian and the word balls too many times. That is meme material. Alright, I'm gonna go with the 3 balls, because it's in the shape of Mickey Mouse, and corporate synergy is what Disney's all about these days. Actually, you know what, I might want to talk about some stuff while I play, so 5 balls. Alright. We got an aerial table and a melody table. People do not like melody, so I'm gonna go with aerial. Though, I gotta say, I don't hate The Little Mermaid 2. I quite like it, actually. I know that's not gonna... I'm probably gonna get flack for that, but whatever. Anyways, here we go. The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things surround you. What more are you looking for? Under the sea, under the sea. Baby, it's better down where it's wetter, take it from me. Out in the shore they work all day, out in the sun they slave away. The truth eyes are floating under the sea. Let's see if Daveed Diggs can compete with that. I will say I know the Disney live-action remakes they get a lot of flack, but I've sort of become indifferent towards them these past couple years. Like, if this was coming out in like 2019 or so, you know, I'd probably be ripping it apart. You know, because live-action remakes disrespect animation. You know, it devalues animation as an art form because all the mindless drones. Okay, I didn't like how that turned out, so I'm gonna rewind, which I normally don't like to do with pinball games, but yeah, I wasn't really satisfied with how that turned out. Anyways, I would have torn this remake apart like 4 years ago. You know, I was still very impressionable. I was like, oh, you know, these Disney live-action remakes are the death of Christ. You know, the Walt Disney Corporation and all their mindless drones are brainwashing people into disrespecting animation. Oh, this is gonna ruin my childhood. Yeah, really, I mean, you know, if, like, all those complaints, you know, you would think Bob Iger ran over everybody's dogs. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind the Disney remake. Like, even something like Lion King, which I know got a lot of hate. Like, Lion King, I thought was okay. I mean, it's fine for what it is. I think because there's something to compare it to, you know, kind of... You know, it's like, why watch a 2-hour tech demo when you have the original one right in front of you, you know? Still a fairly impressive movie, though. Yeah, like, visually, I'd say it's pretty good. Yeah, I think people just complained that, you know, because the original was animated so colorfully that the remake had to be the same. You know, even though, you know, there are very clear differences between live-action and animation. I say that, but there's not a single live-action character in the Lion King remake. And yet, Disney still considers it the highest-grossing animated movie of all time. You know, hopefully the Mario movie can surpass it, even though I doubt that's gonna happen. Yeah, the Little Mermaid remake, you know, I could take it or leave it. I'm gonna be seeing it this weekend, so hopefully it's good. I heard it actually is kind of good from some people from the reviews that I've read. Honestly, if you want a truly great live-action adaptation of a Disney IP, my recommendation would be Christopher Robin. Yeah, and a lot of that has to do with me just being a big Winnie the Pooh fan. Yeah, really, I don't hate the Disney remakes in concept. You know, it's just some of them. There are some I really don't like Aladdin. Like that one was abysmal. And Maleficent. Well, actually, the first Maleficent was mediocre, but the sequel is genuinely one of the worst things I've ever seen. Yeah, remember when Maleficent got a sequel? That was not good. Yet it still made a shit ton of money. I mean, it wasn't a big blockbuster like Lion King or any of these other ones, but you know, it made significantly more than I expected. I don't know the exact numbers, but you know, if you want to look up the box office for yourself, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, actually, another Disney remake that I think is a kind of a banger movie would be Cruella, which isn't really a remake as much as it is an origin story. You know, not dissimilar to Maleficent, but Cruella was pretty good, I will say. You know, I really like the whole aesthetic of Cruella. You know, if you guys haven't seen Cruella, I definitely recommend it. Like, you know, blind stream it on Disney Plus and see what your opinion is. And Jungle Book I like. That Jungle Book is one of the rare instances where the remake is better than the original. I am not sorry. And then there are some like Beauty and the Beast where, you know, they exist. You know, Beauty and the Beast, Dumbo. Oh, what's another one? Lady and the Tramp. Lady and the Tramp is another one I think is slightly better than the original. Even then, I'd say Lady and the Tramp is just eh. Like both versions are eh. And then they did Peter Pan and Wendy not too long ago. That one was also kind of eh. You know, it exists. Yeah, that's really the best way to describe the remakes in general. They exist. You know, they're not replacing the original animated versions like all the Doom posters say. You know, I can tolerate the Disney remakes. I'm kind of at a point in my life now where I'm genuinely kind of excited for the Little Mermaid remake. You know, and then I wonder how I got to that point. It's because I have no life. You know, here I am, so desperate for YouTube views that I play a fucking obscure Game Boy game that was published by Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo published some weird shit on the GBA. Actually, I was just doing research earlier. The developers of this game, of Little Mermaid 2 Pinball Frenzy, apparently they also did a Beauty and the Beast game on Game Boy Color. You know, which was also published by Nintendo. If only I had known that back on March 17th, 2017. You know, back when I was on my old channel, when I was going under that stupid nickname, Smash God 1999. Huh, simpler times, and before I had Twitter and everything. Yeah, man, 2017 is... I genuinely can't believe 2017 was like six fucking years ago. That's the year I fucking graduated high school. Hey, goddamn. Time does fly, doesn't it? I'm having a fucking hard time processing 2018 was literally half a decade ago. You know, that was the year I started getting involved in, like, online communities and shit. Yeah, now look where it's gotten me. Oh, there's Flotsam and Jetsam. I'm going back to high school for a second. I remember one year in my English class. Oh shit. I want to talk about this, so I rewound. I remember one year in my English class, like we were learning like vocabulary words, and one of the words we had on our test was, I don't remember if it was Flotsam or Jetsam, but one of them was like, I think Jetsam was the word that they used, and my teacher, Mr. Vandemark, Mr. Vandemark, Because here's the thing, he was like a huge nerd, so he would always like ramble on about stuff, like nerdy things like movies, video games, and whatever else. He was honestly my favorite teacher in all of high school. And Mr. Vandermark, when he was teaching the class about the word jetsam, like he went on a whole thing about how jetsam was the name of one of Ursula's henchmen in The Little Mermaid. And that was like really appealing to me. He was a good teacher, honestly. And fun fact, he actually worked at Crystal Dynamics back in the 90s. Yeah, he said apparently he's credited as a tester on the 3DO version of Gex. Yeah, apparently he did work on that game. Or maybe it was a different version again. I'm pretty sure he said it was the 3DO version specifically. And apparently, he might have also been involved with Mr. Mosquito, if anyone remembers that. I don't remember if Crystal Dynamics made that, but the reason I found out about Mr. Mosquito was from him. Somebody else's name. Oh wait, I already sang before. Oh shit. How long have I been recording? Like, honestly. Yeah, how long have I been? Is it gonna... Let's see if I can open this up. Oh, game over. Wow, I got 15 minutes? God damn, it felt shorter than that. Oh, high score. Which honestly does not mean much, considering... Yeah, it doesn't mean much considering this is like my literal first time playing the game. Like, actually, I do want to point this out. I think in the past, I've bitched about how sprite animations in Game Boy Color games are more fluid than they have any freaking right to be. So, this animation of Flounder, the fact that it's as smooth as it is like, uncalled for. Like I guarantee you, play literally any game on the Game Boy Color that's based on a movie or a cartoon or whatever, like you will find a bunch of fluid animations. Like in the past, I've done Extreme Sports with the Berenstain Bears, and that game is like fucking loaded with them. And I think those same developers did like Arthur on Game Boy Color, and that too is a similar victim. You know what? Nah, hold on. Yeah. It's the closest I could do to bump. Yeah, that's cool. Anyways, yeah, that's the Little Mermaid game that was published by Nintendo. So, yeah, until next time, this is Bumpy Gaming going back under the... Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Before I sign off, I would like to dedicate this video to two deceased voice actors from the original Little Mermaid movie. Those being Samuel E. Wright, who played Sebastian, and Pat Carroll, who played Ursula. So let's just have a brief moment of silence for them. And until next time, this is Bumpy Gaming going back under the bed. And remember, there are fates worse than death, such as being the person who approved that stupid-ass Aquafina rap in the remake.